the transitioning veterans, when they're on active duty, when they're in service, they will likely have done a great deal of field work, particularly aviation mechanics, things like that, using your example with Rolls-Royce. But the dynamic for that field work will look very different than it will in private industry. Because I guarantee, as good as the RAF is, they are substantially less price sensitive and cost sensitive than British Airways is. So, it's going to be a very different dynamic. And so that means that the transitioning service member is going to have to learn new skills and be sensitive to new dynamics. And that doesn't come automatically. They don't leave service with that understanding and those skills already implanted. And in fact, I would go even further to say that there are going to be some learned behaviors that the employer is going to have to help them unlearn. The government loves to throw money at a problem. No private company I know of is happy about throwing money at a problem, right? And so whether it's warehousing of parts, the service field technician may be used to a certain level of, warehousing of parts and may not be operating under a just-in-time environment for, parts supply. It's a whole range of different issues that the field technician from the military may not understand when they transition industry. And so I've seen this happen where the employer has one level of understanding of what the military member is transitioning with, and the military member has a completely different level of understanding of what's going to be expected of them in their assignment in private industry. And these things just do not meet, and it leads to a situation where the employer finally decides, well, it's easier to terminate them than it is to retrain them. Whereas if the company had understood the disconnect to begin with, as they were hiring them, and brought them up to speed, this could have been a year or so of frustration could have been avoided, a bunch of investment in hiring and relocating, and maybe sign-on bonuses could have been avoided. A lot of money could have been saved. So I do recommend, even if you think that transitioning veteran comes to you with full-on knowledge of how to do their job, don't assume that they do. Go through some retraining process anyway. One thing you won't have to train them on is how to operate independently. A lot of people straight out of training, technical school or college, will have difficulty operating without profound oversight. The transitioning veteran probably won't need that. In fact, if anything, they may err too far to the operating without oversight, extreme. They may operate with, more independently than you actually want them to. You may have to pull them back, which is the opposite problem you're going to have with your trade school graduates or things like that. But don't assume that they have the same understanding of cost control, same understanding of supply chain, and same understanding of other constraints that they're going to operate under in the service industry when they work for you. So do put them through some form of retraining.